Good morning, friends. Welcome to the SBI Securities Daily Morning Podcast. Today, we will cover global market updates, key corporate development, key provisional updates for Quarter 2, key economic event to track, key actionable based on fund flow fund flow activity, and trading and investment strategy for next few days. So, yesterday we saw market started with a deep cut and then recovered during the day. However, we have seen a negative closing on Sensex and Nifty to the tune of 0.5%. Yesterday, majority of the indices were in red, with a prominent fall in Nifty PSU Bank, Nifty Auto, and Nifty Realty Index. Even mid cap and small cap indices ended in red yesterday. If I check a market breadth, yesterday we saw the number of stocks that were in red were 2,446 as against the 1,250 stocks in green. So market breadth was negative yesterday. Advance to decline ratio was adverse. However, yesterday, despite of negative market sentiment, we have seen 208 stocks scaling a 52-week high. So few prominent names being Bajaj Finance, Anand Rathi Wealth, Arvind, Goodluck Steel, Hudco, Keynes, Medanta, Philip Carbon Black, Union Bank, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. So stock specific activity is still going on in the market, and 39 stocks have hit 52-week low. So few names which I would like to keep in front of you are newly listed Nuama Wealth as well as Idea Foods. Uh, Moving on to the global market update. So yesterday we saw a sign of relief as far as US markets are concerned. So yesterday all the three benchmark indices were in green and ended up by to the tune of 0.8 to 1.5%. And the key gainers yesterday were Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple. So tech stocks were leading the rally in the US market. And this was on the back of correction, mild correction in US 10-year bond yield. So if you all remember, the US 10-year bond yield has hit highs of 4.88%, and that has corrected slightly to 4.7% now. Yesterday, OPEC meeting outcome came, and we saw that Saudi Arabia and Russia has maintained the status quo as far as oil supply curbs of 1.3 million barrel per day by the end of current calendar year. Despite of that, we saw Brent crude oil price correcting by 5% yesterday, and is trading at levels of $86 to the barrel. Uh, 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 we all know that crude oil was trading at the in the range of nearly $95 to the barrel a week back. So nearly a kind of 8 to 10% correction we have seen in the span of 1 week, and that's a sign of relief for the entire world, as this will ease some inflationary pressure, and at the same time it will ease pressure on central banks to increase the rate further. Yesterday, Europe markets were trading flat, and today, as we see, Asian markets, all the key indices like Nikkei, Fred Time, Taiwan, Kospi, they are trading in green. GIFT Nifty, which is a barometer of Indian equity market, as we speak, is trading at 19,490 levels, indicating that even Indian markets are likely to open flat today. Moving on to the fund flow, yesterday we saw a 11th consecutive session of selling from foreign institutional investor, and FII were seller to the tune of 4,424 crore. That's a big number as far as foreign institutional investor selling is concerned. However, that was partially offset by buying from domestic institutional investor to the tune of 1,770 crore. So overall, if I have to sum up, sentiments are looking much better today. All the markets are trading in green. Crude oil prices have corrected. US 10-year bond yield have retreated slightly. So overall sentiments look better from a global market perspective. Now let us check which are the companies which have declared provisional Quarter 2 result updates. So first, Punjab National Bank deposits and advances were up by 10% and 14% respectively to 13.1 lakh crore and 9.5 lakh crore. So that's a decent set of numbers from Punjab National Bank. The key focus today will be on HDFC Bank. So the bank has reported a pro forma number assuming the merger of HDFC Bank and HDFC Limited. The bank has reported that their gross deposit and advances have increased by 18% and 17.6% year over year, and 5.3% and 5.5% quarter and quarter. So that's a big positive as far as HDFC Bank is concerned. They have went on the record to say that home loan disbursal during the first quarter uh, post merger was one of the best, and it stood at 48,000 crore. This is a 14% year over year growth over the previous quarter, which is the 1Q FY24 quarter. So I feel overall the concerns of profitability on HDFC Bank was weighing on the stock price, and I think this should ease some pressure on the stock prices. And as we all know that HDFC Bank has got a significant weightage in Nifty as well as Bank Nifty, so we may see some support from stock price of HDFC Bank for Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. So positive reaction is definitely likely to be seen in HDFC Bank. We may see some short covering as far as FNO trades are concerned in HDFC Bank. AU Small Finance Bank deposits and advances were up by 30% and 24% year over year. That's again a big positive for AU Small Finance Bank. RBL Ratnakar Bank deposit and advances up by 13% and 21%. That's a decent set of number from RBL. At the same time, we have seen that their retail book is growing at a faster clip as compared to their corporate book, and this is on track as far as the RBL Bank guidance is concerned, wherein they are shifting their portfolio in the towards the retail loan book, and that augurs well for RBL Bank. Bandhan Bank deposits and advances up by 12 and 13% respectively. Again, a decent set of number from Bandhan Bank. L&T Finance retail disbursement was up by 32% year over year to 13,490 crore, and overall retail loan book has grown by 33% year over year. So that's again a positive news flow from L&T Finance. Marico has went on record to say that at overall company level, they are likely to report low single-digit volume growth year over year during September quarter, and the key products like Safola and Parachute will also report a low single-digit volume growth. However, the benign raw material prices will lead to the expansion in operating margin as well as gross margin, and we may see some mid double-digit kind of EBITDA growth in Marico for FY24. So that's a positive development as far as Marico is concerned. So overall, this is showing that in FMCG, the volume growth may continue to remain under pressure due to weakness in rural market. However, the ease in inflationary commodity pressure will lead to the expansion in margin, and I feel that overall FMCG pack may react positively after this Marico quarterly update. Moving on to the next news, which is on Hindustan Aeronautics. The company has announced that Indian Air Force will procure 97 more light combat aircraft from Hindustan Aeronautics after it has delivered its first LCA Tejas twin-seater aircraft. And I believe that this deal can be a big deal in terms of value for Hindustan Aeronautics. So that stock will continue to remain in focus today. Hero MotoCorp has received a booking for its newly launched Charisma XMR to the tune of 13,688 units, and that's again a positive development as far as Hero MotoCorp is concerned. Sajan Jindal Group is in fray to acquire MG Motor India. We all know that MG Motor is belongs to the promoter of MG Motor is the Chinese promoter, and gradually Indian promoters were in fray to acquire this company. So this again shows that the outlook for entire automobile industry is pretty robust as far as passenger vehicle industry is concerned in medium to long term, and new players like Jindal Group is getting into this business. Reliance has announced that they are likely to roll out swappable batteries for two-wheeler, three-wheeler as well as small size vehicle. So that's positive development as far as Reliance is concerned in long term. IDFC Bank, we have seen upgradation in bank rating for long-term debt instrument to AA plus stable from earlier AA stable, and we have seen IDFC First Bank recently launching an QIP at 95 rupees per share. So again, it's a positive development as far as IDFC First Bank is concerned. Now moving on to the key event which should be on our radar today. So today we will see initial jobless claims data and US trade data from US economy. France industrial production data will be out today. In addition to that, in US we will see unemployment rate as well as the non-farm payroll data which will be rolled out tomorrow. In terms of promoter activity, so we have not seen any significant promoter activity or announcement yesterday. In terms of bulk and block deal, so we have seen there is an announcement on Indiabull Housing Finance wherein the Capri Global Holdings have sold nearly 25 lakh shares at rupees 171. So that is the reason we have seen some pressure in Indiabull Housing Finance stock. If I have to conclude today's discussion, So globally, things are looking much better today. Yesterday was a very bad day as far as the equity markets are concerned. So today, after the correction in crude oil prices to the tune of 5%, Indian markets are likely to open on a positive note, and we may see some positive reaction in the opening trade in stocks like IOC, BP, HPCL, which are the oil marketing companies, cement companies, paint companies, FMCG companies, and as well as airline companies like Indigo. At the same time, as we have discussed, all the banks and NBFCs are reporting very healthy growth in advances, and this is likely to turn sentiment for all the banks. So we have seen that banks have been laggard in this rally, and especially private banks have not participated since long. However, one has to keep in the street will keenly track the profitability of the bank, especially after the cost of funds are increasing, and what is it impact, what will be its impact on the bank NIM and as well as profitability. At the same time, we are very close to start of Cricket World Cup, and we can expect some traction in consumption stocks like hotels, QSR, food delivery companies. So all these companies will be in the focus ahead of festive season as well as travel season. At the same time, street will keenly await the RBI policy outcome tomorrow. The consensus is that RBI will maintain a status quo as far as the interest rates are concerned. However, the governor's commentary on inflation and GDP growth will be one of the key parameters which will be tracked by the street tomorrow. That's all for the day. Thank you and have a good day.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.